Congressman, I have to ask you, we've done a number of stories on the Dr. Strauss situation at Ohio State, and I've talked to athletes who said they were there when you were there, that you were aware that he was showering daily, that you were aware of sexual abuse. And one of the referees said he personally told you that.
Yeah.
Has any of that refreshed your memory about what was going on with Dr. Strauss while you were there?
Look, every single coach has said the same thing I've said. All kinds of athletes have said the same thing I've said, and the reason they've said that is because it's the truth. The idea that I wouldn't stand up for our athletes if I thought there was some kind of harm happening to them is ridiculous. I've stood up to the FBI, I've stood up to the IRS, I've stood up to Adam Schiff, I've stood up to John Boehner, the Speaker of the House from our own state and our own party. So if I think there was, if I thought there was something wrong, or if I knew there was something wrong happening, I would have stood up for them. But like I said, every single coach has said the same thing I have, because the reason they've said that is just because that's the truth.
Well, the fencing coach didn't say that. In fact, she wouldn't let her athletes go to him anymore, Coach Remenek. She said that all the coaches were aware, and I've talked to other coaches who were there at the time, and athletes like Dan Ritchie says Dr. Strauss had a locker 2 down from yours. How were you not aware that he was in there taking a shower every day and pleasuring himself in front of these students when they all knew about it?
Well, I mean, look, if someone would have reported some kind of abuse to me, if I'd have known about it, I would have reported it. I would have taken on anyone. I would have defended our athletes, and just like I defend the taxpayers when the IRS targeted taxpayers, just like I've stood up to all kinds of folks in Washington, I would have done it. But no one reported anything, and then we never heard of any type of abuse.
And you didn't see anything?
That's why I did not, and that's why every single coach and all kinds of athletes have said the same thing I have.
So where do you think the disconnect is there? Why do you think many of these people that were at Ohio State around the same time you were, why are they saying something different than what you're saying?
You'd have to ask them, and if there was something that happened to them, we certainly want to address that now. And I know Ohio State is working with the folks who have come forward. All I know is there's been 2 individuals who have said that somehow that I knew. The 2 individuals have said that one has spent years in prison for fraud, and the other one was this referee who I think is completely lying about what he said. It never happened. Both myself and the other coach have said the same thing.
Can you give us a